The matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 34 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's into the clear. The 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It was third down defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
On 1st down, Murray. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Vikings send out their punter. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw here. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, line it.
They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Caught here by Conley. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There he goes inside the 30. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit!
And the blitz does come. And able to find Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Providing a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
A run. It's Murray. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 48 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now it's blocked. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Escaping, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough third and 18.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their fourth down play.
Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! Detroit! Gone!
They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road